Hello and welcome to SEOcharity webinar. Today we're going to talk about 3 mistakes SEOs make when they acquire high-paying SEO clients, and we'll be talking about that with Adrijana Vujadin, sorry. And Anton, please tell us more about the project and why we're here.
Okay, guys, uh, as usual, arrangement. I'm talking about it's SEOcharity, and I'm talking about charity. Olesia doing SEO, and our guests usually SEO. And today we have a fantastic guest. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very interesting session. Okay, about SEOcharity. We started the project when war started in Ukraine, which was war started end of February. We started in March 2022. So the project is 3.5 years old. We all together collected really close, very, very close to $100,000 altogether. But $100,000 sounds fantastic. Why 3.5 years? We right now supporting 5 shelters, 2 of them in Kiev, one of them in the city of Alexandria, another one in Odessa district, and another one in Chernigov district. Altogether about 300 animals, mainly cats and probably 60 dogs in Chernigov district. So we send them money every week because animals are cats and dogs needs to eat. Unfortunately, they get sick. And they need money from veterinary and other stuff. And we don't have enough money. So if you can donate, please do donate. I also will put in live stream another link. You can become a regular donor. It's just $10. Okay, just or not just. It's $10 a month, which is probably cost of 2 coffee where you are now. So for this $10, you can make couple of cats happy for couple of days, well, not couple of days, for couple of weeks. So if you can donate, please do donate. Otherwise, it's all yours, guys.
Just a moment, I'll place on the donation link. So maybe it's easier for you if you use the QR code on the screen. And let's proceed. I'll now reintroduce Adrijana Vujadin because I kind of messed it a bit at the beginning. I'm sorry, though I trained. Adrijana Vujadin is a mindset coach for SEO professionals and the founder of AV Mindset Coaching. Adrijana has a background in SEO and in account managing in a firma, and she worked quite a lot in our industry. She's from Bosnia, and I talked to Adrijana myself, and not only she's highly professional, but also empathetic human, and understands right away and very deeply what problems you might be facing as an SEO, and how to help you to acquire better clients and to make your lives better, and also of your clients, of course, because they are looking just for you and you are somewhere there and they cannot find you. So this webinar, it will improve your life greatly, I'm pretty sure. So hold on and prepare for the change in your life. Also, I'm expecting that after you acquire all those wonderful clients, you become very rich and you come get back to us. Remember why you got rich and donate all those excessive money to a great cause. So please become rich and get back to us. Adrijana, let's start.
Thank you so much, Olesia, for such a kind introduction. So yeah, I'm very pleased to be here and contribute to this kind of purpose.
You mentioned that there are some mistakes that people usually make. Yeah, I know that we are going to talk about many things, but usually people do remember quite a few. So if we talk about 1, 2, or 3 major things, for example, some mistakes that they do make, maybe they will remember and will also remind of them at the end of the webinar.
Yeah, basically 3 very straightforward mistakes that all SEOs are doing when they're trying to attract high-paying SEO clients are, firstly, they're sharing the SEO knowledge and just SEO knowledge. Remember, these business owners that are target audience, they don't understand SEO. The second mistake is actually that we are not doing the business language, and we are not presenting business results that business owner will get with the SEO. And that is like huge gap what we are missing, because if we are just talking SEO and if we are just talking about SEO results, business owners are not connecting that with the business goals that they want to get. And that is, usually, since we are living in this kind of world, money is all the business owners need, so. And third mistake, I really want to be quick and then we will go into more details, is actually SEOs are trying to get like new SEO clients by going to the SEO events, conferences. But actually you will not get business owner, which is your SEO client, on the SEO conference, because like all SEOs are there. But those, like we are very familiar when we are talking in this language, but like that is like what SEOs are doing, like you're going to your events, you're sharing your SEO knowledge, and you're not aligning the SEO results with the business results. And then you are asking like why SEO clients are not coming to me, why I need to chase them. And that is like the I really wanted to go very straightforward, but like their priorities are how you will get the clients. And that was like also my mistakes when I was starting my SEO business, like, and the coaching things. I was just like talking about some things, I was overwhelming people by the processes, by how I'm doing this, like how coaching is going to change your life, and like all this, like thinking blah, blah, blah. But like, I didn't go too deep, and like, I didn't know how to present the results. After 7 months, after different testing, after I'm currently working with other SEOs and we are helping them to actually get the SEO clients. Now I have a clear picture what you need to say to actually trigger that like business owner mind, like, hey, this SEO person can help me. Let's engage with them.
Yeah, that's everything that you've mentioned relates, I think, to everyone, not only me. Like many people have noticed quite a few things, and if not more than those, that prevent them from actually completing their goals. Also, many SEOs are not actually quite salesy, so they don't. Like, let me be straightforward, they lack those soft skills and those communication skills that will let them to properly market themselves. They are very good at marketing the websites for their clients, but they are not very good at marketing themselves, no?
And we all did, we all have been in that stage, myself, because when I was learning SEO, I was constantly learning like technical things, on-page things, backlink links, like so many SEO updates back then, and I was too focused on SEO, and I was lacking soft skills, communication skills. I'm not native English speaker, so I was even like more terrible in English, and of course that I was the most uncomfortable with the selling, because that is not something that we are learning in the school. So basically, when you are moving from the SEO employee to the SEO freelancer, or SEO, a person who is leading the business and who wants to acquire new SEO clients, we need to get like these additional skills, because that is something how we are acquiring new clients. We will not acquire a new client by SEO. We will acquire by communicational skills, by sales skills, by being comfortable, by being confident, like how to talk with these people, because business owners are very confident, and then I was coming as a, non-native English speaker from Bosnia, I was struggling to actually talk with these people, because that is something that I haven't been developing, because I was so focused on SEO. And that is like the biggest gap between the SEO knowledge and when you are becoming SEO freelancer, because even SEO freelancer is a starting point of SEO business leader. But we all know this, but we just need to constantly like talk about this to bring the surface, like, hey, if I want to become SEO freelancer, I need to gain like these skills of sales skills, because you will not get a SEO freelancer project. Like, you will be lucky and you will get few small ones, but to really get like high paying SEO clients that are paying you like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 plus, you really need to acquire broader skills which is not just SEO.
How does one start? For example, one day a person worked successfully for agency or in-house, and they decide, enough for me. I want to start something for myself, and I'm so smart, and so on and so forth. So how do they actually start? If they start publishing some posts on LinkedIn, or should they retire from their work first and start searching? But what if they don't find anything? Otherwise, they are like colleagues, and they are partners will see that they're posting and clearly looking for some other job. They might get nervous and like. So how does one begin actually?
Basically, you presented like the biggest challenges that my SEO coaching clients have. Basically, they are in the full-time job, and they are trying to get rid of that job. But I really don't recommend quitting your job, because entering the freelancing market is not something that you will get the SEO client next day, like. So basically, taking your full time to pay the rent, to pay all the travelings that you want, like, is really providing a safe base for you. And then you can get like 1 hour, 2 hours on the side and really start working on your SEO business. Because when you are entering SEO freelancing market, you don't need to work like 10 hours, like. The channel that I really recommend that is working 100% is LinkedIn. And that is kind of branding on the LinkedIn, where you are presenting yourself as a SEO expert. The challenge that you mentioned is how I'm posting on LinkedIn. People will see that I'm posting, and then like my manager, like they will think that I am quitting the job or something like that. Very, very common challenge. But that's what we are doing on my coaching program thing. You don't need to post, schedule a call with me, I can help you or something like that. First things, like first month or like the second month, you really can just practice how you are talking SEO knowledge and connecting with the SEO business results. You don't need to call people like you're just like sharing the knowledge, and again, SEOs will think, but my manager will think that I'm quitting, and besides that, in first moment, whatever the answer I'm telling you, if you are not confident, you will think that like you can do it, there is no answer that I can provide you which will deliver you that you are safe to post. So that is a reason why you really need to start working on your self-sabotage thoughts, like on your mindset, on the, on your confidence, and, to start working on your business, because that is how I'm calling this SEO employee mindset versus SEO freelancing mindset. It's totally different. And it's not just easy to say like, yeah, just go there and post. We really need to go into your real insecurities, what kind of relationship you are having with a manager, if that is a narcissistic manager, or if it's like toxic environment. We have so many different ways how you can start your own business, and get the first client, the next client. And we have like, I guarantee we have like 10 options, but our mind, what is doing to us, is just like, I can't post anything, my manager will think that I'm quitting. And I will just ask one question. If you post something and your manager is thinking that you are going to quit, are you going to be immediately fired, or they will have the conversation with you first? Because our mind will go on, whenever I post something, like they will fire me.
They might raise your salary.
I didn't hear you.
They might raise your salary, because if they think you're very good, and you thinking of leaving, they might say, oh no, we should pay him more. No?
There are so many different consequences that happen. Like I had another SEO freelancer who, SEO professional who wanted to become SEO freelancer. He started posting. After second post, I swear to God, his manager asked him if they are happy with the environment, if they want something, like because they saw, like that something is happening. But I don't even want to go in that intent that we are just like posting on LinkedIn so trigger our employees to have the conversation with us. But that is, like whatever is uncomfortable for us, which is like going to the freelancing, is very uncomfortable. We don't we are not raised by going and business a business person, so we have a lot of like false beliefs and a lot of pain about like going to that market, because why 99% of these people are just like working full time, because we are trained to the school, to the high school, college, just like learn and work for somebody else. And to switch that mindset and go to the business, we really need to work on our mindset, like on our confidence, on our skills to really be able to go to this business. And this is something that will not happen overnight, like that I'm seeing, like usually takes at least like few weeks to be able to ready in that moment, like, hey, I'm going to this freelancing market. But usually people just like give up because they are too afraid to start posting. And even they are posting totally like they are doing all these mistakes, like they are talking about AI overviews, they are talking about all the SEO updates, like everything. And of course that you will not get another client by talking SEO. But people are doing like these kinds of posts, like everything that I know about SEO. And like, why we are doing this? Because we are insecure, like, oh, I really need to provide as much as possible value and put everything that I know, so people, when they are seeing me, they think that I'm, like that I'm smart. But like, no, we are doing totally opposite thing. When we are posting like these kinds of posts, nobody is reading that. And your client, who is business owner, who is leading the business, who is having wife, kids, like they are not going to read this kind of post. But I'm constantly seeing the LinkedIn posts, like this one, and they are saying like, oh, I haven't posting like for a few months ago, while I have been busy, and basically you already waste my time, like I will not read more because you lost me in the first sentence, like in the first hook. And you had the opportunity to get me to provide some value, how you can help me as a business owner. But we are all doing these mistakes, like I have done these mistakes for like first 12 months of my business, because I didn't realize like how these people are getting this value, like. So, and that is a practice, like a mindset, and like these things, it's a practice. It's like you're starting the gym for the brain, how to think as a business owner, how to help business owner. Because for now we are just thinking as SEO experts, how to prove that I'm worth, how to prove my SEO service, how to prove that like my cheapest price are actually, like so valuable for them. And like we are totally missing the focus. Like we need new skills to be a business owner.
So let's return to how do we start. For example, this person continues working and they decide that they will post. Okay, they overcame their fear, they gained some confidence, they talked to you, hopefully, and now they are ready. But however, when you work in-house or in an agency, those clients are not yours, and most of the time they don't want you to post anything about them. But to get other clients, you need to post cases. Am I right that the cases, they convert the best, and actually they are the biggest value posts that attract actually the conversions to you? So you need to post cases. I think so. So that's what works for me. But how do you do that if you don't have any that you can actually post? So what to post, how to start? You cannot write about what is SEO. You cannot write those boring posts. So what do you write?
Great question, because like that's what we really going into like deeper. Case study, which is like Google Search Console, a screenshot, how you increase the clicks, impressions, and everything. Business owner who is leading one SaaS company, or like doesn't matter, B2B, they don't know like these screenshots that are Google Search Console and what they are presenting. That is a thing. And we don't need to put like case study, like the industry. We can just provide the value, how we can help them increase the revenue, increase the sales, get a new client, like connect SEO with the result that they are getting. So you really put the value that you are understanding their pain points. For the business owners like of these, doesn't matter, like startup, B2B, the pain point is how to get the customer, is not how to optimize technical things, but we need to connect, like, hey, if their pain points, for example, they are having increased organic traffic, but they are not getting new customers. That is a pain point that they are currently having. So we need to address them in a hook, and then provide the value, like what we need to do, like, because it's not just like about technical things on page, like it's more about the results that we are getting by on-page optimization, by optimizing that for the Google, like, and that is totally a new layer of the business thinking, like. Why this is so unfamiliar? Because it's new layer. It's a business thinking. It's not SEO thinking. And that is a gap that we need to bridge, how to connect with these business owners.
But we cannot name anything specific. Won't it look like we are highly unprofessional in talking about something theoretically, rather than providing a proof of what we are offering or of what we can be useful for? So when you don't give names or any, most SEOs that I know, they do struggle with understanding what value they are bringing to the table, because they think these titles, traffic and I don't know, or clicks or whatever else, but some of them don't even have access to actual money, so to say. So they don't often see how much money this page brought to their client.
And you will see, our brain will always constantly put a new obstacle why we can start our branding, why we can get a new client. Like, if I can't put the name, if I can't put the industry, let's focus what I can, like. And there is a one segment that, of course, if you have good testimonials, if you have some good case studies, of course, that you will go, I don't want to talk about if you have everything, like. But even like people are struggling who are having these case studies, they are struggling to provide the business value of the SEO. They are constantly saying, you have a great point. They're constantly saying, like, improve the rankings, improve these positions, improve the organic traffic, but like you are not putting the business language behind it. Like how much your business owner got more customers, get more money, get new memberships, like subscription, everything that is connected with the money. And you can talk as much as you want about SEO, as much as you want about case studies, SEO results. If you are not putting the business value behind that, you will not get any new clients, especially high paying clients. You can get a project that is like 5 to 10 hours. You can have, work for another agency, for a, like old employer, some old connections, like, but to get real customer, like as a client, until you don't start talking about business language, you are just like wasting your time on posting on LinkedIn, like.
It makes it so much more difficult, for SEOs. Maybe it is easier for them to find a partner who will sell their service, and they'll just continue doing their SEOs.
If this partner knows about SEO, like that can be a good idea. But I'm always saying to my clients, like, you are SEO experts and you have been learning so many much more difficult things. Then this is just like business language, like this business language is not that you're using some, like great communication like words. It's just aligning with the, like 5 things: money, revenue, sales, new customers, and acquiring, coming back, maybe old customers, everything that is money. So you don't need like business language dictionary or something like that. Just connecting. And that is a practice, like when we start doing SEO in our first year, like we didn't know SEO. like maybe in the third year or like fourth year, we could say like, hey, I know, like SEO a little bit, but I'm constantly learning. And the business side is just like a new skill that you need to get, like it's much easier than the past 5 to 10 years of SEO experience. Basically, you learn the most difficult skill, that is SEO. And this business is just like connecting and practicing, like how you are incorporating like your skills and results and providing the value your future SEO client, which is business owner. We constantly are forgetting that our SEO client is, in most of cases, I will not say like 100%, is the business owner who doesn't know so much SEO. Some of them know, and that's great. It's much more easier to acquire, for example, e-commerce website owner, because they already know about SEO analytics, like they know how the things work. But again, they are thinking about money, how to get like new customers, new sales. And we need to, like provide the value between the SEO, and that's how we are winning these things constantly. We need to constantly remember this SEO clients, in the most of cases, if they are business owners, like they don't have like huge knowledge about SEO. If they have, great, like it's much more easier to work them and you will acquire them easily. But again, we really need to be like and say these sales money things like in easier way. And it's just practice. It's not difficult, like the most difficult thing is SEO that we already done. Is just like putting additional layer, like that's the beauty and the hardest journey, or if you want to start your SEO business, like if you want to get your own clients. But like in the end of the day, it's worth it, because it's just additional skill. And like we were nervous, we were stressed, like when we started working SEO, like, but now, since we usually want more freedom, more money, that's why we have the goal of having our own SEO clients. And that goal has the price: learning new skills, like sales, communication, being more confident, knowing the business.
Can I ask
just a moment. Just a moment. We just made a new QR code, and for acquiring our new donators, not only clients but donators, can you tell me if it works? Someone, can you test it and tell me if it works, so that we're sure that it's okay? Yes, Anton, what did you want to say?
Yes, slightly off. I can see a question, and it's question been asked basically every 15 minutes in SEO exists. SEO is dead. A question is, with all this AI stuff and everything, I talked to my ex-colleague a few days ago, and she worked for a huge American corporation, and she was saying that this corporation is laying off SEO people. I don't want to say any name, anything, but it's probably sentiment is probably there that SEO is dead again. Yeah, of course, again, of course, again. But does it affect you? And do you think it really scare people who works in the SEO industry and think, okay, are we gonna be without work in today or in a couple of years?
Yeah, I think it's affecting our brain, and it's affecting our plan, like for the security and everything, because we always thinking like full-time job is secure, like going to the freelancing and having your own business is not secure. So finally we have the proof with new the layoffs and everything, that like even your SEO job that you thought that is secure is not secure anymore, which is good, because that job hasn't been I was thinking about this belief that full-time SEO job is secure. I was not thinking that I was not saying that like people getting layoffs are good, just that belief that we are constantly thinking that full-time is secure. So now we want to get more money, more clients on the side, which is encouraging people going to the SEO freelancing industry, like That's how the industry is moving. And definitely a lot of people are going to be affected. But what I'm really recommending, like people like me and like other SEOs who want to have like few high paying clients on the side, is actually targeting these smaller clients. Of course that we are not going to target like big corporation or something like that, but targeting our SEO clients as a business owners that had some agency in the past, that SEO agency that has been working. Usually these people are paying SEO agency between like 2,500 and 5,000 euros, dollars, whatever. And that is a good targeting industry where we can switch that SEO agency that was working in the past to being a SEO freelancer for that company. Like smaller e-commerce, smaller websites who are having, like the money for paying you like 2,000, 3,000. Of course, like bigger companies, we as a SEO freelancer will not be able to, like put the work, because they will want designer, they will need like, much bigger number of people. But if we again focus what is currently happening on the industry, if we focus like on the things that I can do, like that is like how I can brand myself and actually get my own SEO clients. Because like more and more jobs will be lost, but we can just like sit here and say like, like I can do anything, and like if you are in that way, totally okay. But for the people who want to take control for themselves and say like, hey, what I can do, like this is an industry to go in.
Yes, a related question. Can we use AI for hunting SEO clients?
My approach is we are not hunting SEO clients. We are not chasing them. The approach that I was doing, which is my practice for last 3 years, for the practice of my clients, coaching clients, are actually we are branding ourselves. So clients seeing the value and they are coming to us. And whenever you are chasing, even when you are chasing a girl, that girl will get rejected because, like whenever we are chasing, we have that rejection, like I don't want this. And whenever we get a DM on LinkedIn, people who are selling something, we get like, no, like delete, remove. So as I really don't see how the SEO hunting works. If it's working for somebody, perfect, like that is not that I'm seeing on the market with myself and my current clients. Like we are branding ourselves, building our business, providing the value. Constantly need to say like providing the value, how we can help people. So SEO clients are coming to us. That's the approach that I love.
Let us continue. So, for example, we started posting on LinkedIn and it worked. We have this message in our LinkedIn. A client is writing to us, asking question. After panic running around the room, how to approach answering those messages. So they are probably going to ask, do you do this or do you do that? And what to tell them, how to answer properly.
The best way, if we are in this situation, but I don't want to put some like false promises, like you will not get in this situation after a few weeks of posting, especially because you didn't develop the skill of writing and like promoting this like business value and SEO. But after a few months, that's what I'm seeing like as the results of like my SEO clients, and like my whole business is based on that, like clients are coming to me. The next step, what you mentioned, is actually calling them to come on the call. Like that's what we are really need to go into, because if you are just like messaging something like that, like we are losing them. The very next step is join me on the call to see how I can help you. Like, and that is where you are building the relationship with your future prospect, where you are seeing like, are you fit for each other, like what they need. Maybe you can help them, maybe you don't, like, but again, which is very scary, like that is a sales call. That is a sales call. And of course that we want to DM them, like emails, these kinds of things, but like we are all humans. We love this like personal touch. We are talking, like, and just like that, to see and get the trust, we really need to come and join on the call. But again, like our mind and brain will provide any of excuse to not come and like call them on that call, because it's scary, it's uncomfortable, like that is something that that is not something like, hey, yes, hop on the call, I'm happy to make the sale, like, no, we really need to again work on our mindset, like work on our lack of confidence of the selling skills. Like we need to work on our sales skills, on our communicational skills, on our negotiational skills, because like you will not sold 2,000 like worth for a project without just not, like, I'm here, whatever. You really need to talk with that business owner. You really need to check their pain points, what kind of pains they have, and then address them, how you can help them.
Just many SEOs, they really don't even know how to talk with people on the call, unless it is sprint or staging or something like that. So it is really difficult. So you have to learn so many new skills to be able to go and find new clients.
Yes, actually, yeah. We need to learn different skills, something that is very uncomfortable, like for us, but like that is growth, like you don't know like the SEO successful people who didn't develop like these kinds of skills. You don't know any of the successful people that they didn't develop skills like of communication, of presentation, or like talking, like presenting, negotiation, like all these successful people have these skills. So if you want to be one of them, we need to develop like these skills. It's and otherwise you can stay at your like full time, which is not like the worst case scenario, like if you're happy with your full time and you have everything what you want, like it's the solid like SEO career. If you're working for some international companies, like as a full-time SEO employee, like that's decent, you can get some money. But if you want more, you need to work more in terms of your mindset, your skills, like you need to work on yourself.
And another problem that many SEOs face when they start to talk with clients is when they approach the pricing stage. So they talk a lot, and they sometimes even do free work just to get that client. And sometimes the client refuses to continue working because they've already received everything for free, and they don't even ask to leave a review or anything else. But actually, when they approach this pricing, especially for the first time, they really don't know what to say. So another problem that I often see in people is that when they start thinking that like it will take me 2 hours, for example, to do something, but they don't take into account the time that they spent on finding a client, talking to them, negotiating with them, making the sales process. So you need to look at the website. It also takes enormous amount of time. Also, sometimes they don't understand that they've spent 10 years to learn this skill, and that it takes them only 2 hours doesn't matter at all, because they've already invested a lot of money and time into acquiring that. But okay, the question is, how do they go with the pricing? So how do they price their skills to the client and business? What's the correct way?
Yeah, honestly, we all know that like we are feeling miserable every day. Like we are not, oh, I'm so happy every day. I'm feeling like confident. I can do this. Like I don't have developed my self-worth like that. I know that how much I'm worth. So that's of course that like when we are working in these moments, that always we will be so scared to put the price. And especially the price, because we know how much value we are providing, but we are so scared to put 1,000, 2,000, because like it's too much money. And then because of these insecurities that like I will lose this client, then we are doing a lot of free work. But if your client is not able to pay you, like any money for the SEO audit, if that is the engagement, how you're starting, why you think that you will be able to charge them like 2,000 like on monthly basis, if they are not ready to pay you for just like SEO audit. But again, that is our mind that is telling us, like just do free audit and like then we will see. But that is a thing. We really need to see our value. We need to increase our self-worth value, like what I'm worth. And even like, okay, I will give up on this client, but they will pay me for SEO audits. Because that is a thing. Like if you are working free, how we think that like people will give us more money, like. And then I'm seeing like SEO free SEO audits constantly, like, and you are wasting your time and energy, and like people don't, because if the client is able to admit you, like on the free SEO audit, like they are not going to pay you much money, like, and that is what is a great filter between the people who are your ideal SEO clients and who are not. Most of them, like they just want to cheap SEO consultant that is working for like $10 per hour, and just, like, but like that is a thing. We really can't work with these cheap people, like, because firstly, they don't understand the SEO value, because all people who understand the SEO value, they will pay you more. But we, since we are feeling miserable, since we are lacking the confidence, like we are like, I will do everything for you. And of course that we are putting our own insecurities on the table. We are then like doing the SEO audit, which is like 5 days, 10 hours, like we are putting like 50 recommendations, what the website needs to be fixed on. And then of course we are missing the business value. We don't have sales skills. We don't have communication skills. And of course that the client will say like, okay, thank you. I will let you know. And of course they will never let you know.
As another filter, would you suggest to ask your potential client what the budget is?
Usually that is like on the sales call, like when they are talking about pain points, if you are seeing that they are on the lower, like budget, then you can say like, hey, what would be your budget range? Like usually what I'm really suggesting, putting my own price first, because if I'm putting, like, for example, if I'm going to SEO freelancing thing, and that is again a very important thing. When you're working full-time and you're going to the SEO freelancer thing, you can have like 10 SEO clients, like it's not, you will not be able to work for all of them, because you have like 8 hours of the work, and you have family and like obligations and all other like things that are happening to our life. So if you are going from full-time to the freelancing, you can get maybe 1, 2, 3 SEO clients that you can work on monthly basis, like, and then my approach would be put the price behind that, like 1,000, 2,000 for the start, and get, like 2 clients that were paying you 2,000, euros, dollars, whatever, and then you can think about your business. Because if your first client is like 300 euros, you need like 10 of these clients, 10 of cheap clients, and you will never be able to go from the full time. And you really need to put the price behind that first and second client, because you will just like be overwhelmed. You will lost yourself and say like, hey, SEO freelancing and like SEO business is not for me. But it's not that you are not for the business. It's just like you are not doing the things, and you don't have the mindset right for the business. And we need to work on our mindset to be actually in this position. It's not just like, oh, I am SEO employee, like I'm SEO manager, I have like all these technical things, let's do my business. And of course you are lacking. The gap of the skills is big, and you are not be able to sell the service. You are not able to negotiate and find the clients and just like sell, just for example, 2,000, like a monthly service. You will not be able to do it. If you are, like great, but like what I'm seeing, like 100% of my SEO clients, they are not able to make the switch immediately. That's where you really need to invest and work on yourself first to get the skills, and then go and find the clients. Where people are putting like in the having the gap, they are going from full-time to SEO freelancing. They are posting, branding, like themselves on the LinkedIn, but they don't have like these skills. And then they are just like overwhelmed themselves and saying like, hey, this is not working for me. And ironically, people think like, oh, I'm not good enough to be a SEO freelancer. I'm not good enough to be a SEO business owner. But it's not that you are not good enough. It's just like you didn't work enough on yourself, on your mindset, on your business skills, like to be able to enter the new market. Because SEO freelancing and like SEO business, starting your SEO business is a new market than the SEO, just like where you're talking about SEO skills.
I know SEOs who are very successful in selling, but they are not so successful in SEO, but they are really great sellers. I see a lot of them on conferences actually, and yeah, it helps a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
like I was learning on so many like different SEO SEO, like I was doing SEO courses. Then when I was seeing that I'm missing other skills, then I switched to sales skills, like learning sales skills, learning, and I was attending like LinkedIn workshops, like these business skill sets I needed when I transfer, like my job, because that is my path. Actually, I was working full time and I was working on my business. Last year, I quit my head of SEO full-time job because I was able to, like I found enough SEO clients to actually, like quit my job and like enter my journey. But, like in one of period of time, you need to work even on the full-time, working on yourself, on the skills and brand yourself for on the LinkedIn. So, like one period will be hard, but after the what you are achieving, it's worth it. So like that's the cost we need to pay if we want to achieve our dreams.
So you start, for example, let's get back to the initial, to the setup, to this beginning. So you decide to start posting on LinkedIn for another audience, not for SEOs, but for business owners. You have some niche in mind, and you start doing that, but you don't have them as friends. Yeah, most of SEOs have SEOs as friends on LinkedIn, as followers, and so on and so forth. They don't magically appear, those business owners, do they? How do you get them into your circle to see what you post? Because otherwise it's just also not visible.
Nothing will appear, like in one day, in 1 week, in 1 month, like that's what we, and I started, like when I started, I was nobody, like I had few friends from Serbia, like, but I didn't have like SEO community. I was living in Ireland, but I didn't have like any SEO friend there, like I haven't been popular in the SEO industry. Like, basically I was in that place like 3 years ago, but you started like posting, making some connections, like inviting people to connect, inviting people for coffees, inviting, like commenting on their posts, like you start building the relationships. It's just like it's just the way how, like we don't have any shortcuts, like maybe someone will tell, like get rich over the night, but like we know it's not possible to do it overnight. But when you are doing constantly, like every day, every week, after 3 years, like you can see me 3 years ago, I started posting. Before that, I kept maybe 3 posts. I didn't know anyone. But that start was because you're not believing in yourself, you're not believing that idea will you will achieve that, you're not, like you don't have that belief. And like when nothing is happening, I was posting for 7 months and nothing happened. I didn't get like any new client, like, and because I haven't been working like in the proper way, like that's the thing. I didn't have my SEO mindset coach to coach me, like how I need to provide like these results, this knowledge, like that's the journey that I have done on my thing. I did all these mistakes so I can share with people like, hey, don't do this, because you will not see any other SEO mindset coach talking about and having these skills. SEO and these like business skills. And neither do I. I didn't have that like 3 years ago. Like I needed to develop these skills so I can now provide the value to people who are acquiring new SEO clients. Like, hey, I did these mistakes, and I made a lot of mistakes. I'm making every day some kind of mistakes, but that is helping me to actually teach my clients, like, hey, I did this mistake. You don't need to do. So I'm speeding up their way. So basically, they don't need to pause 7 months as I did and like not getting anything. Like they will get it like, and I don't want to put like you will get like in 3 months, in 4 months. No, like there is no guaranteed way, because I don't know like how much people will be consistent, like what is the practice of their writing, like these kinds of things. But like we started from that zero, like I was nobody, and I'm still nobody, but like back then 3 years ago I didn't know anyone, and nobody knowed me. Like now I'm having my clients, and like I quit my job to just like work with my SEO coaching clients.
And you also mentioned that SEOs go to SEO conferences, but where else should they go? To some business conferences or where? By the way, I just saw an announcement a few weeks ago for some business conference here where I'm currently based, and it started with no SEOs or salesmen on this on this meetup. Join us, only real businesses.
Yeah, I would go to that conference. Yeah, definitely, I would go to that conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you can present yourself as a whatever. Like if you are having your SEO freelancing job, you can be a founder. Like, and these kinds of things. But that is the key moment that you mentioned. Like, if you want a business owner to get your client as a business owner, if you go to SEO conferences, there will be, like SEO agency owners. But if you want to get another agency, like that's your way. But like we don't like these agencies. That's why we want to go from the agency and get our own clients. I was working for the agency for the 5 years, like great experience, great knowledge that I got. But that is something that I really wanted more freedom, like I wanted that I don't need to ask for PTO, like I wanted like these things, more money, of course, like, and that is something that you can't achieve with just like full time. You really can achieve with getting clients on the side. So definitely, like if you want to get a client who is not SEO, that is a business owner, you need to go on these kinds of meetups. Like there are a lot of different engagement groups on LinkedIn, like even on Facebook, on the conferences, like in some local meetups where there is entrepreneurship journey is more, like, because if you go to just like SEO events, you will have a lot of SEO friends, like, and that's also, like that it's not bad, but that is not how you will get your SEO client who is having these startups, like B2B business, doesn't matter like which industry, but like these people are on the business conferences. They are not on the SEO conferences.
Yeah, but will they like to talk to you? So will it have any particular, I don't know, will it become a lead,
Like, but from the 10 conferences, like how much of leads you will get versus when you go to one business conference, how many people you can connect or something like that. But that is a thing, like it's not likely that like when you are meeting the business owner that you will get them as a lead immediately. Maybe you will just connect with them. They will follow you on the LinkedIn for a few weeks. They will get some knowledge and value from your posting, and then they can engage with you, because the sale will not happen in the first thing, like, and I think research for the 2025 is that like your potential client needs to see you between like 15 to 25 times to get the value, like from you, free value that you can help them, and then like they will engage. For example, my coaching clients, they are following me for a 1 year, like 6 months. And then, like they are saying like, oh, I saw you in 2023, like I really liked your work, but you came in 2025. And that's the reality that we are facing. Of course, that when you are having like more popularity, more, like you, of course, that your authority is increasing. But when you're just starting, we really need to go these like baby steps, like, because nobody skip them. And we are constantly trying to find a shorter way, easier way. But when you are starting your SEO business and like business in general, like there is no short way. Every day you need to make mistake. You need to go and like learn from the failure and then incorporate it and again. Like that's the journey of the SEO entrepreneur.
You can see Adriana's posts on LinkedIn and follow her there. What I do. Very interesting to see them in action. Adriana, let's summarize a bit what we've been talking today about. The major topic was the 3 mistakes that people usually make when acquiring the SEO clients. And what I got, like the one major mistake, is the lack of self-confidence and lack of self-understanding, self-perception, and inside to the outside. So what you project and what you feel, and how to make it connected, and how to deliver your message to your potential audience, clients, in such a way that they get it, understand it, and convert. So this lack of connection between oneself and how they manifest on social media.
That is a thing. That is the reason, like, why we are not acquiring. But the mistakes that people are doing, SEOs are doing, like every day, like every week, the consequence, they are going and like they are sharing SEO knowledge. Business owners that are your SEO clients, in most of cases, they don't understand SEO. So another mistake is to put the business language and connect with the SEO, how we can provide the value for the business owner, which is our SEO clients. And third mistake that we are doing, and we are hoping that we will get new SEO client. We are going to SEO conferences where, like you will not find the SEO client, you will just find another SEO. But again, most of the SEO clients are business owners, so we need to develop these more business skills that you mentioned. Like all the skills that you mentioned are actually the skills of the business owners that they need to develop to become successful in what they do, leading the business.
I'd also mention that don't do free work.
Of course, yeah.
It will burn you out, and like sometimes I used to do that initially many years ago, and I didn't even get a review as a thank you. So they like took the word, and departed, and you chase them to leave at least one review, and they never do that.
And we all did, like when you are in the first, second, third year of the SEO, we are helping anyone and everyone and anyone, like we are sharing our SEO knowledge, we are doing SEO audits. People are not paying us, even they are paying us, like cheap prices. Like we did that everything, like for the first definitely 3, 4, 5 years. But going there, like it's not something that we already did. We need to develop a new skills to be on the new level, because we will not be able to go to the new skill with the skills that we already have, like that's why we are here and we are not there.
Yeah, the only organization was set up where you can deliver some free work or support is a charity, for example, SEOcharity, and you can don't wait until you become filthy rich. You can start right now, and please donate if you can. If you cannot, just share this video, and maybe it will connect us with other people who are interested in what we do and who want to support us. So any engagement works, any like works, your comments work, your questions work. We are very grateful to every one of you who are watching us today. And please also join us next week. We are going to talk about crawl budget from the other side with Martin Stefanic, and I've seen his presentation. It's wonderful. He really worked a lot full summer. I guess he worked full summer to present it to you next week. So please join us as well. Adriana, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. I think that it's potentially, not potential, I think it's life-changing experience. I think that if people spend their time and do what they learned today, they'll actually see great results, and they'll see them by the end of the year. They can do that. They can enter the new year with something more remarkable and more interesting that they are having right now. Yes, Anton?
I put Adriana LinkedIn in the chat. So, guys, I guess you can approach Adriana. No, nothing free, but okay, yeah, maybe devices.
They will have a free consultation, and that's what I'm giving for free.
Maybe they can enroll in your courses and get it, because we see people asking where can find the client. This is 1 hour probably would be not enough to explain where can get clients. So guys, approach Adriana, ask her question. Maybe you can learn from her. Hopefully you can learn from her.
And I would just add actually to a question like where my clients can find me, and definitely I don't have courses because courses are not working for me. I'm doing the coaching calls like every week, like one-on-one, where we are going through all the process of how you can find the SEO clients. So that's about me.
And also please pay for the work done for you, because if you want to get paid, you also need to pay other people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and see you next week.